So the 2025 GMC Gooseneck install. First things we'll do here is get this page here. This is going to give you your hole location, your size of your hole, and the measurements for your hole, and then you'll need to verify if it is a long bed or short bed. This is a long bed. So that measurement, the long bed location, is 45 5/16. All right, now up in the bed, what you will do is you always hook on this back edge of the bed, making sure there's no bed liner or anything on this edge here. Your tape measure will always hook right on the edge of this. And then pulling off of that, you will find your 45 5/16 hole center here. This one's already cut out. Likewise, you'll come find a edge here that is the same on both sides, like this seam right here. It should be even on both sides. You'll hook on that and then measure your center to center. And then this will be cut out with a 4-inch hole saw. All right, and then after removing or cutting the hole in the bed, we will also remove the spare tire, giving us plenty of room to work underneath. Next step, we'll be removing the heat shield, which is this little guy right here. There's gonna be a 1/2-inch bolt right up here on top of this tube. Slide under here. There's gonna be another 1/2-inch bolt. See that one right on top of this tube. And then there'll be another 1/2-inch bolt right here. And the last one will be right here. All 4 of those have to come out. That heat shield will then come out. Up on top again, we will be prepping this guy right here, these 2 main tubes. So go ahead and get these bolts opened up here. Okay, so go ahead and start one of these here, and on this year and model of this truck, these tubes are exactly the same. All 4 of these brackets will also be the same. Holes will be in the center, so it doesn't matter which way you flip this, it's going to be the same. And we'll just take one of these and lay it down here, stop it on here, and then feed our bolts through. And this will get tightened up last, so you don't have to tighten this now. Just thread your nuts on, get them started here, like so. Okay, and we'll do this with both of them. All right, now back under the truck, what we'll do, take our assemblies here. We're gonna start with this one. It's gonna be from this cross member in the front of this cross member here. We'll just shove it up here like this. For the second one, come around here. There's a 1/2-inch bolt. I already removed it, holding this guy in here. Just a heat shield. If you just take that one out, you'll be able to pull that right to the side, helping us get our second tube in here. And this one here is going to be opposite from the other one, so this bracket is going to go this direction, sliding between the bed frame, or the bed and the frame. Just slide it up like that, and then just push that heat shield back, and it'll hold it right there. Go ahead and replace your bolt here. Alrighty, with that bolt replaced, go ahead and grab your other bracket here. That's just going to slide straight up here. Like so. Have a bolt handy. Sliding that through just like that. You can go ahead and put both of them in and put nuts on the other side. And with this side here, same thing. Just getting that guy slid up in there just like that. Grab a bolt. Give it a lift. Go ahead and install the nuts on that side. Alrighty, for the next step here, there's going to be 8 3/4 inch bolts here that are going to go directly straight down into the frame from the top to here, and 4 on the other side. For the positioning of the back cross member here, it's going to be pretty much up against this cross member here. That'll get the bolts to line up there. And for this guy here, it's going to be about 1.25 inches away from this other cross member here. And these are threaded into the frame, so sometimes on older trucks they'll need some cleaning out, but with a newer truck it should just thread straight down into the frame. All 4 of them on this side, and then we can move to the next side. Alright, moving to the next side, opposite side. This one again, the back cross member is touching the cross member, and then the front one here is about 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches away from it. These bolts will remain loose for the time being till we get the center section in, and then we'll tighten these up. Alrighty, underneath the truck here, gonna put our center section up in here. And these are a little tricky. Have a bolt handy. Grab your center section here. Holding it there. Shoving a bolt through. Once you get one bolt in, go ahead and come over to the other side. And there's just the one bolt in this way. This one corner bolt here. These are on the front side of the hitch, actually will go in from the hitch side through the tube because there's not enough room on the other side, so push it from this side in. And just like that. A little bit tricky. It's gonna be a washer plate like this, one on each side here, but these will then go over that bolt that you just put in, and your nut will then go on there. Alrighty, and repeating this process on the driver's side now. Push your bolt through here to wiggle it up and down a little bit. Bolt to go through the washer plate and install the nut. Alrighty, back to the front now. Since we didn't put our washer plate in here because a bit of a struggle to put that in and hold the center section up in there, we'll grab our washer plate here, throw it through our bolt through there, then do one side at a time. Install the nut. You'll have to pull the bolt out sometimes a little bit to get that nut thread on. Then go ahead and remove this one. Install this side. Alrighty. Gonna install the pin for the gooseneck ball. That is going to go on the driver's side. It'll look like this guy here. and that will shove through this hole right here into the inside of this. There's a hole in there, you can't probably see it. In this hole like this, just like that, and there'll be 2 notches on each side of this thing here. That's where your carriage bolt's going to be. So slide that guy in there. These are a bit tricky to get in. Slide them in sideways. A little bit of wiggle, and it should drop down in there. The other one here. These are 1/2-inch nuts, so go ahead and tighten them down here with your impact. Now that both of these bolts are here, all the bolts are in, all the cross members, all 4 bolts are in the center section. These 2 bolts are in, everything's in. We'll go up top here. Alright, we're up top here. We're just going to check, make sure the gooseneck is in the center of the hole. Everything looks good here. So we're good to tighten up. Alright, and the next thing we're going to start doing here is we're going to start tightening all 8 of these bolts that are threaded into the frame here. I like to use a swivel wrench. It is 3/4. So we're going to tighten these down, not the whole way. We're just going to snug them up until these brackets start to lift, which will help that center section rise up. Alrighty, back up on top. What we're going to do here is we're going to chain this center section up. Okay, we're going to pick up on this as hard as we can. And get as much tension on this as possible. Getting that hitch up should be pretty well flush with the bed in the center rib here. Alrighty, so for tightening this hitch here, we're going to start with the center section. We're going to start with these 2 bolts here in the back. You will need a wrench for these. It is a 15/16 wrench. The front, you should be able to get an air ratchet on them, and you will always tighten it with tighten on the nut, not on the bolt part here, just on the nut here. So start by tightening these 4 bolts in the center section, and then I'll show you the next one. Alrighty, back on the outside again. We're going to tighten all 8 of these bolts threaded into the frame with our 3/4-inch swivel ratchet wrench. Get them tightened down nice and tight, and then we'll be back underneath. In the process of tightening these bolts up, you got to be careful for this rubberized frame coating. You want to alternate between these 2 bolts. As you get one of them tight, chances are it squished it down enough that it made the other one loose. So just jump back and forth between these until they both don't have any more movement. Alrighty, and then after the center section, the 8 frame bolts are all tightened. We can move on to the remaining bolts. There should be 6 remaining bolts here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 there, and 2 up there. Those are also the 15/16, and go ahead and tighten those all down. No specific pattern, just start on one, cross member at a time, and you should be good. Alrighty, down to the chain hooks here. So we'll go ahead and grab just a pilot bit here, going underneath. We'll also need a reamer bit, that'll be for the top here. Climb under here. And then you can see these holes that we're going to use here. One of them's here, and there's one just right on the other side of this here. On that side there, and on the other side of the hitch there's 1 and 2 right there. What we'll do, they're about a 5/8 hole. We will just poke through with you know, just a bit around a 1/2 inch or something like that to get a pilot hole started. And you're probably going to get a lot of hot chips of aluminum on you, so have fun with that. Or sorry, steel. Just try to get them in the center as best you can. It's kind of tight under here, so you might not be able to. There we go. Okay, and then we should be able to just go straight down through these holes here, and it should line straight up. Go ahead and drop our loaded safety chain hooks down in there. Grab our springs and our nuts here. Alright, go ahead and install our springs here. Push them right up on there. Put them on. Now the nuts will throw down really hard because they're a lock nut, so they won't really go on very far at all. Couple of turns, tight there. Give it a tighten here. Also 15/16. Flush is fine. They just come flush with the U-bolt. You'll be good. Alrighty, now we'll need our handle here with our provided carriage bolt and nut, also 1/2 inch again. We'll take our handle and just slide it straight through here. One of the more easier ones to put on. Come under here again. Be attaching your handle. Go this way. You can see that just on the front side right here, like that. Carriage bolt goes through this way and not on that side. Okay, need to get that carriage bolt in there. Just grab that, pull out on it. Just slip that in there. The handle. Put it on that side. You can pull out after the handle's in there. Get that nut on there. Go ahead and tighten it up here. Just like that. With the handle all bolted up now, you can go give it a pull. Ball drop right down in there. And then all that's left to do here is to install our 7-way plug here. We got the OE style 7-way plug here. Part number 40 97.5, and then also the T-harness for the factory trailer hitch, part number 41158 on that one. Get these installed here. Put this together here, and then I feed this all down from the top. It's easier. Twist to do, and we're good to go. Alrighty, got our 7-way underneath here running. Runs over the frame here. Just gonna run down here to our factory installed 7-way. Pop this guy off here. Get this one plugged in. It's placed there, just like that. Key lock back in. And that is the install.